Hello, friends. I'm here tonight to share some reading. Um, this evening, I'll be reading from a book by one of my favorite authors, Miss Maya Angelou. And I'll be reading from her Letters to My Daughter. So, I'll be reading one of the chapters in the book, Fannie Lou Hamer. And it goes, all of this on account we want to register to become first-class citizens. And if the Freedom Democratic Party is not seated now, I question America. Is this America, the land of the free and the home of the brave, where we have to sleep with our telephones off the hooks because our lives be threatened daily because we want to live as decent human beings in America? Thank you. Fannie Lou Hamer. It is important that we know that those words came from the lips of an African American woman. It is imperative that we know those words came from the heart of an American. I believe that there lives a burning desire in the most sequestered private hearts of every American, a desire to belong to a great country. I believe that every citizen wants to stand on the world stage and represent a noble country where the mighty do not always crush the weak, and the dream of a democracy is not the sole possession of the strong. We must hear the questions raised by Fannie Lou Hamer 40 years ago. Every American everywhere asked herself, himself, these questions Hamer asked. What do I think of my country? What is there which elevates my shoulders and stirs my blood when I hear the words, the United States of America? Do I praise my country enough? Do I laud my fellow citizens enough? What is there about my country that makes me hang my head and avert my eyes when I hear the words, the United States of America? And what am I doing about it? Am I relating my disappointment to my leaders and to my fellow citizens? Or am I like someone not involved, sitting high and looking low? As Americans, we should not be afraid to respond. We have asked questions down a pyramid of years and given answers, which our children memorize and which have become an integral part of the spoken American history. Patrick Henry remarked, I know not what course others may take, but as for me, give me liberty or give me death. George Moses Horton, the 19th century poet, born a slave, said, alas, and was I born for this, to wear this brutish chain? I must slash the handcuffs from my wrists and live a man again. The thought of only being a creature of the present and the past was troubling. I longed for a future too, with hope in it. The desire to be free awakened my determination to act, to think, and to speak. Frederick Douglass. The love of democracy motivated Harriet Tubman to seek and find not only her own freedom, but to make innumerable trips to the slave South to gain the liberty of many slaves and instill the idea into the hearts of thousands that freedom is possible. Fannie Lou Hamer and the Mississippi Democratic Freedom Party were standing on the shoulders of history when they acted to unseat evil from its presumed safe perch on the backs of the American people. It is fitting to honor the memory of Fannie Lou Hamer and surviving members of the Mississippi Democratic Freedom Party for their gifts to us. We say thank you. The human heart is so delicate and sensitive that it always needs some tangible encouragement to prevent it from faltering in its labor. The human heart is so robust, so tough, that once encouraged, it beats its rhythm with a loud, unswerving insistency. One thing that encourages the heart is music. Throughout the ages, we have created songs to grow on and to live by. We Americans have created music to embolden the hearts and inspire the spirit of people all over the world. Fannie Lou Hamer knew that she was one woman and only one woman. However, she knew she was an American, and as an American, she had a light to shine on the darkness of racism. It was a little light, but she aimed it directly at the gloom of ignorance. Fannie Lou Hamer's favorite was a simple song that we all know. We Americans have sung it since childhood. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. And that's it. So, one thing I love to do is read, and I haven't spent a lot of time lately reading, and reading is definitely something I love to share. So I hope you enjoyed that chapter of, again, this is from Maya Angelou's Letters to My Daughter. I encourage you to pick it up and give it a read. It's available on Amazon, Kindle, and perhaps I'll share some other chapters later. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this short presentation. This is something of a dream come true for me. This is my first time offering this, so feel free to share and let me know what you think. If you'd like to hear more, or just share whatever it is you think. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. I hope you've enjoyed, and I wish you peace and love.